All right, we up and at it this morning, and I just want to stop in and talk to you, share something with you for a few minutes here on this morning. And I pray that it strengthens you as you start your day, just as it has for me, because I don't care who we are. Everybody, every now and then, you get a little tired, you get a little weary, and you have to go to God and ask Him for some strength from above, because your strength alone just can't get it. Your strength alone just can't get it. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong. I'm just saying every now and then, God has to do something to remind you that He is God. And I don't know where everybody is at in their life, like right now in your life. I don't know where you at. But I will say this. What God fed into my spirit is that to tell you that it's only temporary. It's only temporary. Your tears are temporary. Your struggle is temporary. It's only temporary. It's not gonna be like that always. And as I was thinking about some things in my own life, that we all have some struggles, we all have some things that we sit and we meditate on, and we wondering, where is God in this situation? But as I was thinking about this, a friend of mine sent me a video. And I tell you, God is always on time. God is always on time. And you know that He works through human agency. So He always can use other people. That's what He wants to do. People that are in your life have been around, hanging around your life for a while. You know, on yesterday I was talking about if somebody's in your life and they're not feeding possibilities into you, you need to get them out your life. And it don't mean that people have to sit up and praise you every day, all the time. What I'm saying is possibilities, giving you things and saying things and it to you in your mind, words to your heart that tells you to get up and keep fighting. And that's the kind of people that both you and I need in our lives. You and I, to get up and keep fighting. But you fight the way that God tells you to fight. Not the way you want to fight, the way God says. Because He said, I will fight your battles for you. But He also says that faith without work, excuse me, y'all, I put medicine in my eyes, and so sometimes it don't start working as fast as I would like for it to. But excuse me for that. But moving on, I wanted to clarify that on today, what I meant when I was saying on yesterday, because I was asked the question, and not in a bad way, that just more clarity on feeding you possibilities. What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said. People who feed and speak into your life and speak over your life. The things, the positive things that help you to keep fighting. I don't care who you are. Listen to me closely. This goes for me too. I don't care who you are. Sooner or later in life, something is going to get next to you. I don't care who you are. I don't. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Because sometimes you get to a breaking point and you need God to lift you up out of that thing. And God works through human agencies because He knew that that thing was going to get next to you. He knew that it was going to get next to you. So he had to send, and he had to put some people around you to send you a message via text, via Skype, via phone call, via letter, via a song, whatever he want to send it through, via a sermon, whether it's face-to-face or online. See, God has a message for you, and he has a message for me. I myself, I love motivational speaking. I love to listen to other people who provide motivational speaking because it gets me going, and I realize and I recognize in life, you and you alone are not the only one out here who do what you do. Sometimes you need somebody to feed back into you what you have given out to so many. And that's all of you who I'm speaking with right now. You have given out to so many, but you need somebody to speak back into you. Somebody out there this morning is drained, totally drained. But you know, I was talking to you about the video. It was James Cleveland, a friend of mine, sent me. And the title of it was Lifting for Me. See, I needed that. Lifting for me. And he's saying in there, something that stuck with me. Whatever you're going through, it's only temporary. Can I get you to say that to yourself or tell somebody else before today ends? What they are going through is only temporary. See, there's some pain that you're going through. It's only temporary. There's some tears that you are crying. It's only temporary. There's some frustration that you have in your heart. It's only temporary. Because you know why? Because in the midst of it all, God says, I'm lifting you. I'm lifting you. I've set aside some hope for you. I've set aside some vision for you. I've set aside some songs to be sung into your heart, to touch your heart, to touch your mind, so that you can get up again and just keep moving. I've set aside some sermons for you. They are especially for you. They're especially for you. You go get them. You're not just stumbling up on them. Somebody today, somebody just like with me, people send stuff to me all the time. Listen to this, Electra. Pray it brightens your day. And I'm going to tell you, I welcome that. I welcome that. I don't push away things that's going to help to strengthen me. I don't push away people for wanting to push me a little bit further. I don't do that. Because let me tell you, I am a living testimony that at one point in my life, it seemed like everything, the bottom had dropped out in my life. I didn't know which way to go. And I said to God, God, I don't even want to live no more. I did that. I'm not putting that on somebody else. I did that because I'm not so caught up that I can't, that nothing can touch me. But I also learned in the process. Electra, I'm in control of your life. Somebody needs to hear this morning, because I know he wouldn't have dropped that in my spirit if somebody didn't need to hear it this morning. I need you to rise up. I need you to know that, you know what? Just like I stacked up the waters for Moses, I'm going to stack up the waters for you. Your troubles will not drown you. The thing, whatever you're going through, is not going to take you out. The things that nobody else understands about you, don't worry about that. I got that. I'm going to send some people your way. They going to feed my word into you. And I'm going to lift you. It's going to be a lifting for you. My word is going to be a lifting for you. You know, just like I told you not to sit in the seat of the scornful. I meant that. You got to get from around some people that's not feeding things into you. Things that can help you to keep moving in life. Sometimes I know I got to do it myself. Sometimes I have to just hold my hands up to God towards the heavens and ask God to just help me. God, please help me. I can't do this by myself. I don't have enough strength. Lord, there's nowhere else for me to go. Lord, if you don't bring me through, I'm done. I'm done. There's somebody right this morning feeling like they done, feeling like you can't go on, feeling like the bottom just done dropped out. Don't know where your next meal coming from. Don't know how you gonna pay the rent and the rent is due. You don't know, but God says it's temporary and help is on the way. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Yes, help is on the way. Because you know why? Because God sees you. God wants to lift you up out of that. And he wants to remind you through this inspirational talk this morning. It's only temporary. He told it to me. I'm telling it to you. It's only temporary. See, sometimes we just feel like we bigger than God. You say, no, I don't feel like that. No, sometimes you do. You act like you bigger than God. We all guilty of it. And God has to sit you down. I'm talking about what I've been through. God had said to sit me down. And he said, you know what? You trying to play like you me. You trying to play God. You know why? Because you trying to fix everybody's problem and you don't have the answers. The answer's in me. You need to tell them about me. And you need to take your hands off some stuff. Because I got this. I got this. You are not me. You're not me. You don't even know where I'm trying to take you. Because anything that you go through, anything, listen to me closely. God said anything that you go through, I already know about it before it met you at the door. I already knew about that. But I had some strength waiting with that problem. I had some hope waiting on you with that problem. I had that. That's in your tool bag. That's in your tool bag that I gave you. That's part of your equipment. I had some strength waiting for you. I put that in your backpack. I had those things waiting on you when you got faced with that trouble. Because I told you that trial and tribulations was going to be. I told you that. But I also told you to put on the whole armor of God. I told you that. But see, I already knew that it was temporary. That sickness that you got, it's only temporary. Sometimes you don't want to take all that medicine that you got to take. But God say, take it anyway. I'm the one that designed the medicine. I'm the one that gave the scientists and the pharmaceutical industry. I gave them the design for the medication. I'm the one that instructed them to make the medication. So don't you get tired. Because just think about if I never gave them that. I eat everything that you have use of. I'm the reason why it exists. Isn't that something? I'm the reason why everything that we can put our hands on today, God is the reason why it exists. There's not an invention that God didn't know about. He created me and he created you. You know, sometimes people say, man, you need to get off of that God stuff all the time. How you gonna get off of that God stuff? What is that God stuff? Because when you look at life, that's God stuff. You can't get off of that. You can't. You can't get off of that God stuff. You are God's stuff. You are some of God's stuff, the stuff of God. The only reason why you exist is because of him. How you gonna get off of that God stuff? And you can't even explain what it is. But I can tell you this morning, God said, my stuff is you. I made you. I created you. You don't have nothing that I didn't make the way for. See, your jobs that you have, that belong to him. That belongs to him. God touches those people's hearts to consider you for a position. And as long as you know that you got that position the right way, you just keep moving in his favor. Now, if you did something that you know you wasn't supposed to do to get that job, you understand what I'm saying? You listen to me closely here. If you did something to get anything, not just a job, to get anything, you manipulated it to get it. That wasn't God. But when you walked in there with all your faith, with everything that you had about you, to sit down in that seat and pray to God that opportunity would be for you. Come on now. That he would open up that door. That's a God thing. That's a God thing. Many years ago, when I went in to do my interview, when I was doing my work in legal advocacy, I didn't know nothing about the judicial system. I didn't know nothing about the legal system. But guess what? But when I went in there for the interview, and I was young because I was in my 20s. I had just got through with my first degree and I was excited about, getting a job. And it's like God just took over. He just took over. And I got the job. Before I got out the door good to put the keys in the door of my car, they came to the door and called me back in. And they told me that was out of all the interviews that we had, we ain't never seen an interview like that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't think it wasn't all that special to me because I was sitting there, I was just doing what I was just doing. But I had prayed on my way that God would open up a door for me to be able to take care of myself and my daughter. I was a single parent. You understand what I'm saying? So when God is doing stuff in your life, you don't want to act like that wasn't him. You need to give him the credit because God can open up some doors for you. God can make a way for you. God can give you what you need in the moments when you feel like you stuck. You ever felt like you were stuck? You ever felt like every time that you tried to take one step, you went 2 steps back? And you take another step, you go 2 steps more back. You ever felt like that in your life? And when I was and thinking about that, and God landed on my heart right now. See, really, in my heart's mind, I was just going and just doing the best that I thought I could. But see, God put that extra in there. And I was in that for 10 years. And I learned that legal system. And I learned that judicial system. I went through every training that they send me through. And then on top of that, I got a chance to lobby and learn how to do that. And you know what? But that wasn't all about me. I even learned, I said, God, I don't know how to write a curriculum. I don't know how to do that. And I'm just like I am now with my hands open. And I'm telling God, I don't know how to do that. God needs you to help me. Because God, if you don't bring me through, I'm done. I'm done. And I can say within those 10 years of my work as a legal advocate, God opened so many doors for me. God allowed me to touch so many lives. See, what you have in you, you can touch so many lives. But you got to ask God to make the way for you, to open up the door for you, to let you stop worrying about what people got to say and just focus on what he got to say. Just focus on what he doing. God ain't never said you had to be the best at anything. He just told you to be faithful. He'll take care of the rest. He'll do that, not you. He'll do that. Just be faithful. You don't have to be grantastic. That's one of my words. Just be faithful to him. We're faithful to everybody else. We're afraid of failing everybody else. But we don't care how God feel about it. And he told you, anything in life that you go through is only temporary. Even those things in those moments in life, God say it's only temporary. And he has a lifting for you. He, listen to me closely, has a lifting for you. But you got to trust him in it. Because the only reason why you're going through what you're going through in life is because God knew he could trust you with it. God knows. I know I've said this time and time again, but I really believe that in my heart. I think about, I don't know if you all remember the time when it rained so bad and flooded in Houston, and my daughter was working down there and coming off of 59 South. And I remember she was trying to make it back home. And she was talking about the weather when she couldn't hardly see. And then she she called her, my little granddaughter, Miracle. And Miracle said, Mama, do you need me to get you unstuck? Do you need me? Mama, can I get you unstuck? See, that's a child. That's a child, 10 years old, and she got enough sense to know Mama needs some help. She not here where I'm at. See, if a 10-year-old know that, if a 10-year-old knows to say, Mama, can I help you get unstuck? Don't you know that God is saying to you, and you ain't never met him face to face, and he's telling you in your trouble, I just want to get you unstuck. I want to do that for you, but you keep turning your back on me. You keep acting like the people that you around who are doing the things that they doing to you have control of you. And I'm trying to tell you, what they doing to you is only temporary, because I can get you unstuck. I can do that. I'm with you. I never left you. I never forsaken you. See, a lot of times, you can't get unstuck because you get too comfortable. You get comfortable with the way that they treat you every now and then. Oh, they nice today, but they gonna mistreat you in 2 or 3 days. You get comfortable with that and you get stuck in that. And you don't go to God and say, God, I don't want to be stuck in that. I need you to help me. See, God don't always deliver you out of something. God deliver you while you going through it. You in it and he's delivering you. You right there in it and he's delivering you. But if you're like me, I know there are times all of you have said these words. God, if it is well with thee, then I'm all right with it. If it's well with thee, then I'm all right with it. I know all of us have been there where we've said that to God. It is well with thee. Yes, Lord. This morning, God is simply saying to you and to me, I got a lifting for you. I got a lifting for you. I got a lifting for you, Electra, when I'm going to lift you out of this thing, whatever this thing is, because see, God said, I know all about it. I already knew before it started happening. It's temporary. See, people can't destroy you. People cannot like they want to. Oh, they can bring you some pain. They can deliver you some discouragement. They can inject some frustration. But God says it's only temporary. Because they're not above me. Because just like you got the answer to me, they got the answer to me too. It's only temporary. And as my granddaughter would say, it sticks with me all the time. It just put me in tears. Mama, can I get you unstuck? And that's what God is saying to us. I just want to get you unstuck. I just want to deliver you from that. I just want you to concentrate on me. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to continue to love me. I just want you to continue to spread my truth. I just want you to inspire somebody else. I just want you to help increase the strength in somebody else. I just want you to hold on to my unchanging hand. I just want you to know real love, the way that's agape love. I just want you to stop listening to all this negativity around you. I just want you to believe in me. I just want you to stand on my word. I just want you to do some things. And realizing all of it is only temporary. Because I am lifting you. Because I just want you to remember some things. Because I'm trying to get you unstuck. I'm trying to get you unstuck. I see you. I just want you to come to me. Stop bragging on yourself so much and come to me. Let me say that again, because I believe a lot of us need to hear that. God say, stop bragging on yourself so much. You always talking about what you done. You always talking about what you gonna do. God say, I hold your next breath. How you know what you gonna do? I don't even have to let you see. I didn't have to let you see today. And I don't have to let you see Wednesday. I don't have to let you see that because we're in Tuesday right now. Because I don't have to let you see that. Stop bragging on yourself. See, whatever you got, whatever I got, I boast in the Lord. Because he's good to me. He's good to you. And when you start giving him some of that credit, you're going to grow a little bit more. Right now, you're trying to do everything and give yourself credit. But see, I learned a long time ago, you got to sit down so God can stand up. A friend of mine told me that. You got to sit down so God can stand up. I'm telling you, whatever you're going through, it's only temporary. It's only temporary. God got you. In everything. And all of us can say, if we honest with ourselves, everything ain't always good. There's some things in life right now that got you shaking. There's some things right now that's got you frustrated. There's some things right now that got you with tears in your eyes. There's some decisions that you got to make that you just don't want to make. There's some losses that you just don't understand. You just don't understand it. But you know what? God say, if you just turn to me, I can get you unstuck. Because the reason why this thing is hanging with you so long, because guess what? You won't let me get you unstuck. You won't use those tools that I gave you. Every tool that you need, I already gave it to you. I put that in your backpack. I put that in your purse. Every tool you need. When loss came, Electra, I gave you some tools. And let me tell you something. Loss is hard. With loss, everybody that I've lost out of my life, I can say it's been hard. But God said, you're not God. I'm the giver and taker of life. And there's going to be a day when your time going to be up. But see, to deal with loss, that means you got to deal with God. You can't do it on your own. Because loss will drive you crazy. But God say, now you're trying to be me. You trying to act like you me. You trying to act like you got control of life. When I'm the giver and the taker of it. And I'm talking about what he said to me. What he showed me. I know all about loss. But I got a day for you too. So while you're here, I need you to do what I told you to do. Because you can't do nothing about what I've done. You can't undo it. And when I see you trying to undo it, I say, look at her. She trying to play God. As if I made a mistake. I'm talking about myself. And I'm talking to somebody. But I'm guilty of that. I was guilty of that. And God reminded me, I know loss is hard. But I control everything. I'm even in control of your loss. But I put something in your backpack to help you to keep moving. Not to just stay right there. Your pain is temporary. Even here on earth is temporary. You ain't gonna be here always. I didn't tell you to let people treat you any kind of way. You made that decision. Because you know what? Those people wasn't feeding possibilities in your life, and you just keep them in your life, whatever that reason is. You find a way to keep them in your life. You find a way to excuse their behavior. When God said, I only had them there, they was only supposed to be there for a year, and you done kept them there 20 years. That's not me. That's you. It was only supposed to be temporary. Because see, I didn't design you to be mistreated. It's you making that choice. God said, I just want to lift you. I want to lift you. I want you to know that I love you so much. I'll never let nobody just take you to the brinks, to destruction of yourself. See, I didn't design you to be destroyed. None of us was designed to be destroyed. But it's what you hang around. It's who you hang around. You're around people that don't even feed possibility in your life. You're around people that don't even want you to get unstuck. And you know what? Them people think you love them. They treating you any kind of way and you accepting it. They think you love them. You better get it together. And then you mistreating people that really love you. But people that's mistreating you, they think you love them, even though they treating you bad. Because you smile at them. You tell them, okay, no matter what they say. They think you love them. But at home, the ones that love you, you don't treat them like you should. You snap at them. You saying mean things to them. You ignoring them. And they love you. But the people that's mistreating you, you smile. That's a self-check. You got to do some self-checking. Yes. Yes. Even me. Even me. I shared this story with my daughter. Just talking, because we talk all the time. How that very thing my late husband shared with me. Because I was taking the frustrations from my place of employment and I was bringing it home. And one day, he said, sweetie, I need you to sit down because I need to talk to you. I really do. Because I'm just not going to let this go too far. And he said to me, you know, that man down there at that job, that man think you love him. He thinks you love him. Because everything that he piles on you, you just keep doing it. And when you take whatever you take to him, you give it to him with a smile and you tell him thank you and you saying yes all day with a smile. That man thinks you love him. And that man know he's not treating you right on that job. But you come home and you snap at me. And I love you with all my heart. Everything in me, everything about me. But you snap at me and you always busy and you always got something to do. And sometimes you don't have time for me because they done drained you at that job. But I love you. And you can't keep doing this because I don't like it. And I'm not going to let you treat me like this. Because I know you love me, but you taking your frustrations from that job and bringing them to this house, and it's driving a wedge between us. And I just can't let that happen. See, sometimes somebody in your life needs to tell you that. And this is what God, when my friend sent me that, a lifting for you, it had, and I listened to it. You can too. Go online. It's James Cleveland. And just listen to what he's saying. Whatever you're going through in life is temporary. And God has put people in place. If you just listen and stop getting mad and upset with people when they trying to tell you the right thing before you hurt yourself. Before you lose some people in your life that you don't want to lose out of your life. Because they are feeding possibilities into your life. And God is using them to, he said again, like my granddaughter said, to get you unstuck. That's why I bring up in this conversation, how we talk to each other, how we treat each other, how we treat each other. God is trying to lift you, and you are trying to tear other people down. And you might be doing it and don't even know. Make that thing that you're doing temporary. If you are hurting your loved ones, make it temporary. Put an end to that. If you loving more on your enemy, and you know that's your enemy, you loving more on your enemy than the people that love you, you need to make that temporary. You need to end that. Because God trying to get some blessings to you. He wants to get some blessings to you, but he can't get them to you because you keep on messing around over there in the garden that's not even grow. It's not going to grow. No matter how you invest in it, it's not going to grow. When that's not what God has for you, it's not going to grow. You got to get to a point, and I got to get to a point in our lives where we can say, it is well with me. And we hear God's voice saying to us, it's well with thee. It is well with thee. Whatever you doing, it is well with God. When you hear his voice say that, you just keep moving. Because let me tell you something. God don't care about your money. He don't care about your cars. He don't care about whatever it is that you have that you think so highly of. You need to stop and thank God. Because something that I was told, and I'm going to get off of here after this. I spoke on Miss Austin yesterday. And Miss Austin has left this side for over 20 years. And she just taught me so much. She would always tell me this. Electra, I don't care how far you go. Don't never ever think you bigger than God. I don't care how far you go. And if you got to decrease yourself for the likes of somebody else, you need to let that go. You got to do that. She taught me so many things, and I keep them in my heart. And I've been taught by so many people, my mama, my daddy, my siblings, friends, older people, younger people. I have learned so many lessons in my life. Don't you never be afraid to learn something from somebody else. But I'm telling you, whatever you're going through, it's only temporary. So you get yourself up this morning and you do whatever you got to do this morning and build yourself up and put one foot in front of the other. Because remember this, if you don't remember nothing else, God said whatever you're going through is temporary. And he is trying to get you unstuck. All right? I pray that inspired you on this morning. It sure did good for me. Because whenever I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself too. So I want you to have such a wonderful, marvelous day today. The most marvelous Tuesday that you can have. And don't forget, stop hiding your story. Stop hiding your story, okay? We're going to be announcements. I'm moving into that. On this afternoon, we have my technical director of Electra James Inspirational Talks, Miss Jacqueline Salva. She is an author, and she's written 20 books and continues to write because she likes writing. But she offers writing sessions every Tuesday on her YouTube channel, Jacqueline's Life Well Lived, at 7 o'clock. I like it because I'm an information guru. I just feel like I can never ever get enough information. So I tune in, and I am telling you, this might be something that you would like to just tune in and just listen. You know, you might get some pointers out of it. And she's like an instructor. She's retired now, but she still teaches, but she teaches online, but it's no cost to you. And she's not teaching for any money. She just like teaching. And she worked, at college system with me, and that's how I met her. But what I'm saying to you is that these writing sessions are free. They're wonderful to attend, and they're for all age groups. So 0 to 100. That's what I always say, because it's true. Anybody can listen to it and kind of get some pointers. And you know what? We all writing all the time. It might not be a book, but you're writing something. And so anyways, just tune in and listen, and get some young people in your family to tune in as well. And then on tomorrow night, we have my guest, Tasika Thomas. She is going to be talking to us about her agency. It's her agency. She developed. It's Finding Destiny, and she works with young children, mostly young girls, who could possibly be caught up in human trafficking, or just a lot of different things. I'm going to let her tell you about it, because I like for people to tell their own story, and that's the purpose of my podcast, is that people can come on and they tell their own story. And she's also is a cast member on the segment The Clubhouse. And she just notified me yesterday that it's official. She has an agent now. So I'm excited about her coming on, and I pray that you would tune in on tomorrow night at 6:00 to listen to her on my podcast on the YouTube channel, Electra James Inspirational Talks. And go out there if you can and subscribe to my channel, and just tune in and listen to the different interviews. I have other interviews coming up, and I'm continuing to reach out. And if you want to come on and you want to tell your story, hey, just reach out to me, and we can get it done. We can get it done. It's so much information. And that's the thing about my podcast. Before I go off this morning, my podcast is an information podcast. It's designed for that. Okay? It is a podcast that's connected to a broadcast with a purpose. And the purpose is to get information out there to the world. Because once you're on YouTube, that's it. You are out there among the world, okay? And sooner or later, somebody's going to tune in and see you, scroll and see you. So we good, we all good, we're wonderful. So anyways, I look forward to you tuning in on tomorrow night onto the podcast to listen to Miss Thomas and information that she's going to share with us, okay? So y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a wonderful, the most wonderful Tuesday that you ever had. And keep smiling. Remember, whatever you're going through is temporary. All right? Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.